Daniel, hello to me, Cassam from HeyUGuys. Now you played Tony in this movie. How does Tony interact and fit in with the other characters in the movie?
Well, Tony's the maître d' and the son of the owner of a very famous restaurant and hotel. And my character isn't very happy at first because, the restaurant isn't doing that well, it's not in the best shape. So I wanted to be on top again. I wanted to be the best restaurant in London. And I know that I need an extraordinary and very talented chef in order to achieve that. And then I meet Bradley, who is that extraordinary chef, but who has his reputation, which isn't the best one. And I know how troubled this guy is. But then we work with each other, and towards the end, you know that apart from the professional interest that I have in him as a chef, I also have my personal reasons why I like being around him.
Okay. In terms of getting into that world, how familiar are you with the world of professional restaurants and that side of things?
Well, I opened a restaurant myself 5 years ago, a tapas restaurant in Berlin, and that's why I was attracted by the subject matter right away. I mean, we're far away from getting a Michelin star, I'm afraid, but still, I was fascinated, and I know how hard this business is. And then when I was trained to be a maître d' in Marcus Waring's restaurant, I just realized of how much higher the pressure and the perfection and the accuracy is, And then it was kind of a relief to go back to my casual tapas bar in Berlin and not, having to deal with, potential Michelin star testers coming to a restaurant.
Does owning a restaurant, is that a way for you to get away from the film world as well? Is that a kind of...
Yeah, it's a dream that I had for a long time with a Spanish friend of mine, and it makes me very proud and happy, I have to say, and in times when I'm not shooting and when I'm back home, I just love it to go to a restaurant, speak in Spanish, see Barca matches, and have some very simple tapas, the tapas that I used to love when I was a child, and it just makes me very, very happy.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned Bradley's character is troubled, but he's also quite brilliant. Do you think a chef needs to have that kind of intensity, some of the negative traits as well as the positives, to achieve some greatness?
I think it's so incredibly demanding. It's such a tough job. You have to be perfect. And every single day, and you have to constantly reinvent yourself and invent the most incredible dishes because the competition is so high, the people, your clients, are so incredibly demanding. Everything has to be perfect. I can only compare it with us actors. We know how it feels like when it, a certain scene has to work. And the very second you're doing it, you just have to be good, or ideally very good. And that's what happens in a Michelin star restaurant. Every day it has to be perfect. So it's no surprise that, these guys every now and then freak out. And they're crazy and they're divas and they're special.
We'll be seeing you soon in Captain America 3. So will we be seeing you? I'm sure we'll be seeing you in that film.
I hope so.
There's a big cast in this movie as well. What's it like stepping onto a big set like that, again, with a number of people who have obviously worked together before?
It was mind-blowing. I became a 12-year-old boy when I stepped on set the first day, when I saw the dimension of it, it's just being big and huge, and then working with these wonderful people, to work with Chris Evans and Robert Downey, and all those wonderful actors. It was just a mind-blowing experience. But I'm afraid I can't tell you that much more.
Excellent. Well, can I just finally ask you about your restaurant? Are you looking to maybe open somewhere else, or are you happy with just the one restaurant?
No, we're now looking for a second place in Berlin, and we might open something in another country. But also, next time I see you,
well, hopefully,
I'm going to invite you.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Pleasure. Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.